So every now and then a movie comes out that makes lots of people very angry. Maybe it's a bad premise, or it's a adaptation that nobody asked for, or a gender-bent comedy reboot that I don't need to hear any more arguments over because I've already heard them all. Really, it's those non-specific please don't go apeshit in the comments arguments that inspired this video. Regardless of your opinion, some people are starting to overreact, so the following is 6 reasons to not get mad about a movie. Number 1, it's a movie. I'm going to let that one just hang out there for a second. Number 2, it's not doing anything to your childhood. Crazy thought, I know, but give me a second. Your childhood does not exist right now. You remember it because it used to, but really, unless you started pretty early with the whole righteous hatred thing, by the point at which you're talking about what's ruining your childhood's probably over, meaning that it is immune to the effects of new shit. I know that a lot of people say that with the intent of saying that it's ruining something that they loved during their childhood, but really, it's not even doing that. If I put in a DVD of, say, an 80s cult paranormal comedy, it does not in fact play an hour and a half of an actress with a name like Melissa McCarthy laughing at me. It plays the old movie in a completely unaffected way. Really, all a reboot does to the original is make it more likely that someone's going to release a remastered version, and now you get to relive your childhood at an even higher definition. Forever. I'd also like to take a moment to say that even if it did affect the original, that's not what ruins childhoods at all. A list of things that do would be like landmines, custody battles, world hunger, not reboots, alright? A movie hasn't given a 10-year-old leukemia. Your childhood is fine. Number 3, of course it's a cash grab. Most movies are cash grabs. You know that there was a time before you could download a movie and watch it as much as you wanted forever for $3. You had to pay every time you wanted to see it. How is that not a cash grab? And yeah, there's lots of reboots and sequels right now. There's just how movies are for a second, but the new Planet of the Apes movies were cash grab reboots and nobody gave a shit. All 70 of the new Avengers movies are all cash grab sequels, nobody gives a shit. But then ghosts of some movies come out and everyone loses their damn minds. Movies change. That's just how it is. I get that not everybody's going to get that, and not everybody has to like that, but that's just how movies are right now, and it's not always going to be. Let's just take this moment to appreciate the fact that we get to see Robert Downey Jr. play the same awesome character 20 times. Also, not all movies are reboots and sequels. In 1 year, we get to see Daniel Radcliffe play a superhuman corpse and an undercover Nazi. Name one franchise that could fit both of those arcs under one character, other than Captain America. Number 4, if it's bad, it doesn't matter. Opinion time. I think it's a bad idea to reboot old classic movies that are good, because it means that you have to be impossibly good just to hold up to a lot of your audience. Fact time, that doesn't matter. One of the best things about movies is that the bad ones don't have to matter to you at all. If you see a bad movie, you just say, wow, that was a bad movie, and then you stop remembering it. Unless you're making movies and you want to try to avoid it, there's not any reason to even remember the vague framework of a bad movie. On that note, if you really have this much passion about it and you really think you have this much of an idea on how to avoid making a bad movie, I'd suggest you start making movies. I'm only here in the first place because I don't think there's enough insane people screaming into microphones on YouTube. Super broad piece of advice that I think holds up. If you really think you can do something better, do it. Try. Just don't be a dick about it. I guess my point is, some movies are bad. That's about it. Some movies are bad. Number 5, it doesn't matter if people like it. I can wrap this one up pretty quickly. If a lot of people liking something is not a valid reason for you to like it more, then it's also not a valid reason for you to like it less. A lot of people jump on the counterculture train to feel independent from everything, but really, a lot of the time, South Park is just as predictable as Keeping Up with the Kardashians, which isn't really an insult towards either, because I think it doesn't matter. Number 6 is the exact same as the first one. It's a movie. Just want to drive that home. Just don't watch it if you don't want to. So those are just some of my thoughts about the new Ghostbusters reboot. Shit, now they're gonna go fucking nuts in the comments. It's fine, they're just comments. Like, share, might as well lean into this one. I dare you to find one thing we disagree on. I don't think you can. I think if you watched this video on repeat for an hour and showed all of your friends and shared it on every social media platform you have, I still don't think you could find one thing